Miranda Khan, J.D. Hayworth, welcoming you back to America's Forum. You know, recently we introduced you to Pulitzer Prize-winning New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof.
He's the author who wrote a book filled with inspiring stories about real people making a real difference.
In part two of our interview, we discussed philanthropy and giving in today's tax-savvy world, how it's evolved through Kickstarter-type campaigns.
People have this desperate yearning to help an individual, and we are hardwired to help a particular person. So now we have that capacity. We don't just have to write a check to an organization. We can go on Kickstarter or on donorschoose.org or kiva.org or globalgiving.org and find a particular individual who needs help and support them with, as modest as $20. And I think that is a kind of a direct sort of help that is possible only with the web, that is very empowering at both ends.
The information age, it's great when the information's accurate, but we know about misinformation and more diabolically disinformation.
Right.
So with certain charities, even with expanded awareness, is there a dark underbelly to philanthropy that we have to be aware of?
There is, and I think that too often we suspend our skepticism because a charity is involved. And we get a phone call, a marketing call from some organization, and they mention children and cancer, or they mention veterans and disabled. And we say, okay, well, I'll donate X amount. We don't know anything about the caller. We don't know anything about that organization. And frankly, we should not do that. We would not buy a television if somebody called up and said, hey, you want to buy a television? In the same way, we shouldn't donate blind to an organization we know nothing about. Our money can be transformative, but only if it goes to a good cause and not some fraudster. So I would really encourage viewers to treat their donations the way they would an investment, and to know, don't just donate to some blind caller, but do a little bit of research.
Now, when we were kids, first learning to cross the street, it was stop, look, listen. Is there a handy set of rules like that in terms of philanthropic giving?
Stop, read,
Very
check.
good.
I don't know. I'm winging it, but there are ways to find out if you want to donate to a particular. We list some great organizations there that we approve of. On the web, there are organizations. If you do do at least a web search, and where the money can be so transformative that you want it to go to people who are in need and not to somebody who is just scamming good intentions.
So pause, read A Path Appears, learn, and then get involved.
Exactly. Find that cause larger than yourself, and it will be good for other people. It'll be great for yourself.
So many different stories here. 30 seconds, what do you remember most? What was the one lesson, either poignant or profound, that you found through the journey of putting together this book?
I think the thing that touched us the most was the importance of starting early in life, giving kids opportunity at the beginning of life. One organization we talk about is Reach Out and Read, which helps at-risk kids who don't have a single book at home. For $20 a year, you sponsor that child. They get books. Their mom or dad gets a prescription to read. It has a profound difference on their readiness for school. $20 a year per child. How can we not help those kids who need that?
And once again, the title of the book is A Path Appears, Transforming Lives, Creating Opportunity. And it's a book Nicholas Kristof co-wrote, co-authored with his wife, Cheryl Wudon. It's very interesting to meet with Nick down at the Miami Book Fair and to get those thoughts. The title, A Path Appears, has to do with a Chinese proverb: when you travel a certain area, after a while, a path
appears.
So there we have it. That's it. We
That was great. Good advice, though, for people, because everybody is in that giving mood this time of year. So you want to be careful that you're giving.
We have to give up this anchor desk.
We do.
Just a second, because Ed Berliner is standing by with Midpoint. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 in the East, 6 in the West. Stay free, stay brave, stay tuned.